All right, welcome in everybody to the BMC Collectibles Breaks. I'm B. Today we got one case of 2025 Leaf Metal Sports Heroes to get into. When we get started, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Instagram, BMC.collectibles, and save as a seller on eBay. That'll make it that much easier to get back to us for more breaks and let you know we'll go live and be live. Also, you mentioned the Rupert is necessary for link down in the description. All right, brief thing that we need to go over before we get started with this. There was some kind of, I don't even know what to call it, a slight error happened. So I don't know if it's our side, eBay side, or what. I can't make heads or tails of it. But there were 27 in total spots that were double listed. And it's just randomly in the middle of it. So from S down to the T, so we're talking about Sam Perkins, Sammy Sosa, Sean O'Malley, Shaquille O'Neal, Shopcott, Sean Kemp, Shador Sanders, Cindy Moncrief, not Steph Curry, Stephon Marbury, Steve Atwater, Steve Garvey, Steve Grogan, Steve Nash, Steve Yeager, Steve Young, Tataka, Terrence McKinney, Terrell Davis, Terry Bradshaw, Terry Francona, Tim Brown, Thurman Thomas, Tim Hardaway, Tim Raines, Tisha Venturi, Tito Santana, Tom Coughlin, Tom Glavine, Tommy Hearns, Tony Oliva, Tony Cook, Tony Perez, Tanya Harding, Tracy McGrady. All of those were double listed, meaning that there were two separate instances of them in the break when it was posted. And the really weird thing is that it's two different times. So if it was like back to back, then it's like that's a pretty easy thing to understand. But instead it was like almost an hour apart, which I can't make heads or tails of. Clearly there's some kind of mistake that's happened, but I'm not sure what. But I wanted to go ahead and explain this and go over this with you because if we hit any of these people, then the only fair way to really do this is whichever listing ended first is going to be considered the valid one. The secondary ones, the ones that ended later in the evening, those are going to be refunded no matter what, even if they hit. So, just wanted to go ahead and go over that real quick, explain that as best I can. And I'm assuming this is something on eBay side because there's literally no way this could have happened from our listing process, which makes me even more confused by what's happening here. So, just a heads up. We'll keep that in mind. And if you have any questions, you can DM us on eBay, and we will go over it as well in the messages. And you should, if you have any of the duplicate listings, you should be receiving a refund, which, to be fair, that's probably a good thing if you don't hit for that spot. Then you just gotta, don't have to deal with the pain of like, well, I hit, but I didn't get to keep it. Alright, all that admin stuff is out of the way. If you're waiting for Impeccable Baseball, guess what? It is here. We are able to run that break immediately following this, so just stay tuned. Alright. That is 15 hobby boxes. 45 cards in total, just sitting in here waiting. Let's see what we got. Box number 1. Salvador Perez, 1 of 3. Don Mattingly, 5 of 5. And Tony Perez, Big Red Machine, 81 out of 100. Jay Novacek, 1 of 7. Pete Rose, 6 of 8. And Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jim Cat, 13 of 15. Triple auto. That'll be going to random.org at the end of the break. Dave Justice out of 35. Mike Piazza die cut out of 5. And Thurman Thomas, 16 out of 100. Alvin Mathieu out of 15. Paul O'Neill out of 30. And Goldberg, 1 of 9. Sammy Sosa, 8 of 8. Ryan Sandberg out of 25. And Robin Yount, 30 out of 100. Donnie Shell out of 35. Greg Oden out of 100. And Patrick Mahomes, 1 of 1. Boom. That's a big boy right there. Box number 7. Cheryl Miller, die cut, 2 of 6. Joe Montana, 1 of 6. And Alex Morgan, 1 of 1. Win City. Tony Oliva, out of 15. DJ Lagway, 1 of 1. And Floyd Mayweather Jr., 73 out of 100. Yeah, we already went over that at the start. You're going to get your refund. Don't worry. We got you. You are all set, my friend. Box number 9. Andre Reed, 7 of 8. Maya Hamm, 6 of 8. And 1 of 7. Bo Jackson. Don't know why I just showed the back of that, but it did. Box number 10. Joe Dumars, 3 of 8. Barry Larkin, 4 of 15. And dual auto, Steph Curry and Chris Mullet, 1 of 1. Boom. That'll be going to random.org. Good luck on that one. It's another big boy. Been quite the case. Gary Sheffield, out of 35. Dustin Poirier, out of 35. And triple auto, Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, and Dwight Howard, 3 of 3. Terry Francona, 6 of 9. Brett Favre, 4 of 5. And Worm, Dennis Rodman, 15 of 100. Jim Hart, 1 of 1. Mike Tyson, 3 of 3. And John Stallworth, 44 out of 100. Box number 14. Ozzie Smith. 5 of 8. Saeed Yakub Kakramanov out of 35. And Conor McGregor. 7 of 10. And final box of the break, box number 15. Good luck, everybody. Mitch Richmond, 3 of 3. Reggie Jackson, 1 of 1. And Andre Dawson, 90 out of 100. And that will do it, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being part of the break, as always. Go ahead and get a hit recap going here real quick. Then we'll take care of the randoms. We've got 3 of them. All right, for the hits, Salvador Perez, Don Mattingly, Tony Perez, Jay Novacek, Pete Rose, and Dave Justice. Mike Piazza, Thurman Thomas, Elvin Bethea, Paul O'Neill, and Goldberg. Sammy Sosa, Ryan Sandberg, Robin Young. Donnie Shell, Greg Oden, Patrick Mahomes, 1 of 1. Cheryl Miller, Joe Montana, Alex Morgan, Tony Oliva, DJ Lagway, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Reed, Maya Hamm, and Bo Jackson. Yeah, I'm not going to take responsibility for it, my friend, because I had no part in it. And eBay has changed a lot of their settings over the past, 3 weeks, causing a lot of issues for people. Joe Dumars, Barry Larkin, Gary Sheffield, Dustin Poirier, Terry Francona, Brett Favre, Dennis Rodman, and Jim Hart. All we can do is apologize and give you refunds. Mike Tyson, John Stallworth, Ozzie Smith, Saeed Yakub Kakramanov, Conor McGregor, and Mitch Richmond. Reggie Jackson, and Andre Dawson. And for the multis, Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jim Catt, 13 of 15. Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, and Dwight Howard, 3 of 3. And Steph Curry and Chris Mullen, 1 of 1. All right, we're going to go random.org and take care of these bad boys. If you're an Impeccable Baseball, stay tuned. That is here, and we are good to go with that here in a few minutes. See you back here soon. All right, we've got random.org pulled up and good to go. Got to roll some dice. Got to be 3 or higher to be valid for us. We're going to go 10 times on each random, starting off with Jim Palmer, Ferguson Jenkins, and Jim Catt, triple auto. That's 8 times, 9 times. Final roll. Ferguson Jenkins coming out on top. Congratulations. Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, and Dwight Howard. That is 9 times. Final roll. Shaquille O'Neal taking it home. And finally, Steph Curry and Chris Mullin, 1/1 dual auto. That is 9 times. Final roll. And it's Chris Mullin that will be taking it home. Congratulations. That is a big boy. All right, Impeccable Baseball. We'll be good to go with that in about a minute. Let's get that set up, and we can run it.